Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy Degenerate. Today is May 13th, 2019. Bitcoin is currently at 75.20. Yo, I told you not to short it after it passed 6,500. I'm not. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull up the charts now. Let's get into it. This is where we're currently at on the weekly. We were in that cone going down for a while, and yeah, we broke out of that. It's only gone up. But as you can see here is where the largest amount of buyers were over the past year, between this 63 and 6,800 zone. We've definitely cleared any short sellers from this area. This would be the time that I think you would actually short. I think enough short sellers have been taken out, and yeah, it seems the market's going to cause the most pain to the most amount of individuals as possible. Like, the market's there to extract money. So it makes sense that it would take out every short seller here, and then take out short sellers all the way back to like June for real. If you were in a short and you hadn't taken profit yet, sorry. But let's look at like the daily, because this past week is where it's gotten real fucking interesting. You can see hella volume. I'm gonna delete this triangle real quick. You can see hella volume down here, alright? And then this next day, what was it, Sunday? You had this down day. It didn't engulf this candle at all, so it's still bullish. But we had a lot of fucking volume come in for this to be such a short candle. So there's a lot of people that have longed this, because for every buyer there's a seller. There's a lot of people that have longed it up here. And just now they're seeing profit. But for the most part, the people up here that have longed it have not seen anywhere near as much profit as people that have longed it down here on a lot lower volume. When you look at an OBV, that's where it starts to hiccup. You see down here, it starts to hiccup here. It's not, I'm not saying that it's gonna come back down. But there are a lot of fresh buyers in this market, which has driven it up. And in most cases, you sell an asset that you already owe to a new buyer. So if you're getting into Bitcoin over these past 2 months, you're buying someone else's long from down here. So then you need to find someone to buy that shit from you. That's what currency trading is. We've had some really bullish news with BAT. They're going to be launching a futures in July. So if, again, futures market isn't a Bitcoin market, it allows you to bet on the price of Bitcoin, but it doesn't directly, it's not the buying and selling of Bitcoin. It's the buying and selling of a derivative that is gambling on the price of Bitcoin, if that makes sense. It's not the physical Bitcoin itself. Anyway, here was a resistance line, and we blew through that. You've seen it's been tested the past few days. The low volume currently has me a little concerned. We look at the 12-hour. The last 12 hours from yesterday, Monday morning. Very low volume for it to rise in price from 6,900 to 7,400, 7,300. That's still a 5-6% gain. And what was, I guess, average volume for most of this climb. But it is slowing down, and you do have some heavy volume on down candles. You see obvious support over the past month, back down here at 5,300. Especially if this 6,800 target breaks. But currently, that's a good 10% away from where price is currently. So for me, I'm enjoying the price of Bitcoin. I love it. But I don't think it's sustainable. Especially going over this next week, 2 weeks, I expect to see a pullback at some point. But whether that happens here, or whether that happens at 8,000, or whether that happens somewhere in between, I don't know. What if it goes to 14,000? You don't know. But would I say this is a safe place to enter in a short? Yeah, if you were going to short the market, I would look at funding rates, and 100% I would short it. Probably something like that. And if you were to come up with a hedge, you could be hedged all the way through 8,000. And you'd have about an 8% rise. And if your target is down there, down at 7,400, pretty good risk reward ratio. Right now, I'm gambling in altcoins. I think altcoins are definitely a risky ass gamble. When you look at the USD equivalent compared to the Bitcoin equivalent of a lot of these coins, it's gone up. Oh, another thing about that Bitcoin chart, I'm gonna go back real quick. You'll notice that we, in the past, no, I don't want the 1 minute chart, I want the 12-hour chart. But here, with time to marks indicators, you're on an aggressive 13, so I'd look for a pullback there. Most pullbacks are 1 to 4 candles, so like 12 hours to 2 days if you're looking at the 12-hour. The daily is on an aggressive 13, 1 to 4 day pullback. Let's see what the 3 day is. 3 day candle safe, it's on a 5. But just even look at your monthly, that's insane. Once it went ahead and once you have like a green 2 above a green 1, it's normally where you go long if you're momentum trading. And that would have paid off for you right there, obviously. Looking at the bigger picture, like it could really just fly up here. There's not a lot of bids that are stopping it in this area. So would it possibly be worth 1 or 2% for you to pay that cost and hedge for this area? Because if it blows past here, like where's it going to stop? You're going to gain multiple percentages if you're already long Bitcoin. Let's see, we're already at 9 minutes on this video. I don't want it to be too long, so I'm going to very quickly go over the 2 trades I'm looking at. DNT, the US dollar equivalent is up like 20-30%, I think. But as for lows, it's low as fuck. The daily is past the 9. You have some up volume. You know, it's still dropping, but if it comes up and closes anywhere that's not down, I think that's real positive for the price. My target initially is like 250, and then my next target is going to be 289. And then I'm going to cut that trade if it drops like 3 more Satoshis for real. Like anything below like 200, like I ain't looking to be in that. Icon is another trade that I'm looking at. Again, it's on a 9 candle. 530, 540 looks like a good price based off of where the last market happened. If it decides to play that range over here, very possible. But if not, you know, ton of market indicators telling you to take it at 600. I think the real resistance starts coming in between there and about the 680 range. Just 2 trades I'm looking at. If people decide to start buying alts today, then I'll be there willing to sell them a bag. And if not, I hope the price of Bitcoin keeps going up. I hope y'all trade safe and well. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.